Welcome to 108 Gates. We are doing the energy reading for whenever you come to this video. The vibe is very much so around staying still, observing, there you go, resting as well. So observing your thoughts, is observing your emotions. Where are they pulling you? Where do you feel you're resisting something? Where do you feel you're empowered if you turn your head, turn your thoughts to a particular direction? So as you're turning your focus into a more empowered space, it's about noticing that difference, noticing that very, very subtle indication of this is the correct direction for you. The reason it's coming up again is because, like I said yesterday, if you didn't check that reading out, you might want to check it out. The power is stronger, therefore the subtlety of the energy is also stronger. You can go deeper, you can kind of have access to certain information, therefore access to certain parts of yourself quicker. You can have it there at, I'm gonna say light speed, but I'm not sure if this is time to go into that, but let's go. So the collaboration with people, it could be academically, it could be professionally, it could be personally, whatever it is, because it feels like they're kind of intertwined at the moment. If you're having some professional support, this could also benefit your academic or personal relationships. It's all intermingling, it's impacting each other. So whereas before you may have had a difficult time balancing work and home, or balancing all your different duties or responsibilities, it feels like there's more opportunity for harmony within. There's more opportunity for things to be coming together and showing how you can work things out, showing how you can prioritize things differently so that it works for you in the long term. It feels as though there's certain things that you realize more and more so. The next one pops up and then you're like, okay, that's not my responsibility, that's not my thing to carry, that's not my a burden to be pondering over. So it's not wrong for you to say, I'm not going to deal with that. It's not wrong for you to say, I'm not carrying it. It's actually the opposite. It's about time that you were more focused on what is mine, what is this that's needing my attention from within, seeking my attention from within. Some strong energies this morning coming up around actually asking divine for the support and help that you need, that you hadn't asked for before, whatever that reason is. I mean, sometimes we go into some strange places where we are feeling unworthy or unable to ask for support or help. So it's allowing yourself to be available to that support and available to that help. It's not going to come in the ways that you may have expected before, but this is the whole part of the process changing, that you are now going to be able to go within and see that I didn't ask for help and support from this space before, but it's showing up in this place. Therefore, allowing yourself to be open to receive it. Again, I'm saying it feels that it's coming in unusual ways. It's coming in from random kindness and random conversations, and what seems to be random. But then when you start looking at it, it's like, actually, this is me being repaid for certain things that I've done for others. And even though it's not coming from the direct source where you're expecting the thanks or you're expecting the kindness back, or you expect, well, even if you're not expecting it, where you would assume that it would come back from, it doesn't mean that you give it out this way, it comes back that way. The transactions aren't that manufactured. They're manufactured in a way that you're giving it out this way because it's needed that way. But there's something or someone of a higher capacity, of a higher level of emotional intelligence than where you're giving it. They're supporting you in a different way, and it's coming through those avenues. So I hope that makes sense. So if you're supporting someone, so if, for example, you're loaning, I don't know, an item, say, because they don't have it. Let's make it really, really simple and you're lending someone a lawnmower. I don't know, because I don't have one at the moment. The kindness in that act is, okay, they get their cut, they get their grass cut, they get whatever, they get their chores done, and whatever it is, that they move forward to having a nicer garden. So all these benefits come in, and they haven't had to worry about where am I going to get a lawnmower if I'm right now. I can't get it right now. The person you gave the lawnmower to borrow isn't the one who's going to be giving you back the kindness and the generosity and all that stuff necessarily. They're going to appreciate it, but at the same time, it's going to be coming back from another source that's even more abundant and prosperous than the one who doesn't have the lawnmower. I know it's a bit weird to say it like that, but it makes sense. And it's kind of, that's the way the cycle's going to be. So you're giving out at your level and you're receiving from a higher level. This is now why it's important for you to get out of your mental limitations and restrictions. So when you think about, if I give to this, I need to receive it back from that. It may be that you really need to open up your perspectives of how things translate, how things transmute, how things are connected or not connected. The assumptions of something coming from the same direction to which you gave it, they're all going to be fading away, and it's just going to make everything that more spicier, that more interesting and intricate and surprising and elegant and what's the word? There's a definite word. Inspiring. It's going to be more inspiring and helpful to see that it doesn't work just in one linear way. This is definitely going into the higher frequencies of consciousness. This is definitely going into the subconsciousness on a different level. So the Fool, this feels like a strong Fool. So the Fool knows that this feels good, this smells good, but doesn't see the snake. You're going to start seeing where the snakes were, because you're seeing that, okay, if I'm giving out this way and like I throw the ball this way and I'm expecting the ball to be thrown back to me from the same person, is not going to be in that same way. It's like you're going to start seeing that I've thrown the ball out that way, but there's actually other people who are involved in the game too. There are other people who are on the pitch as well. So don't assume that the ball is going to come back in the same direction from where you threw it. That's probably a better analogy as well. Well, they both work together because it's different transactions are happening, different movement in relationships are happening. So the lovers, there you go. So the thing is, the more you're sensing, this is why the subtle energies are really, really important. So that when you are throwing out the ball, you can follow the ball and follow the direction in which things are actually coming towards you or away from you. And then knowing that, okay, this is something I do not want coming towards me. So diverting yourself or removing yourself. This is something that I want coming towards me, therefore being available to it and allowing it access to you. Allowing it to see you, because if we are... we've been spending so much time trying to hide from this and be hidden from that and being smaller because of this and shying away from that. It means that we have to kind of replenish our visibility gauge. It means we have to increase our visibility to others that actually are going to value us, actually do value us, and need to be available to receive that greatness is available. So with this, the love and the movement of the love coming forward, the movement of the love flowing back and forth, ebb and flow, appreciation, it doesn't come from over here, it's coming from over here. So making sure you're available for that. This is part of the split here. If people are going to stay in this, I was talking about a split yesterday, another split seems to be coming. I haven't heard anyone else speak about this big split yet, but I'm definitely sensing it. I'm definitely feeling that it's coming, because and I don't think it's going to be as dramatic as others, but at the same time I do think it's going to be stronger than others, because before the tear would be holding on to something and not letting it go. The power in this is that we are not going to be holding on to certain things, the ones who are doing the work and going this way. The power is we're not going to be holding on to those things and not good for us. So our grip is loosening. Our sense of being adamant of making something work that's not going to work is going to be loosening. It's going to be shifting and changing. If something's not working, there's something that's not working. It doesn't mean that the whole scenario might not be working. It may be that this needs a tweak. It may be it just needs to be let go of and it needs to sort itself out. It may be that you really do have to get ready for the whole thing to just be falling away. But the thing is, even if you come to that conclusion, here's the thing here. If you can't be ready to say it might just all go, you're still holding on. It's getting to that point of being able to say, if it has to go, it has to go. If it stays with me, it stays with me. But it needs to stay with me in a way which is beneficial. It needs to be with me in a way which is beneficial, because this is now, we're opening cycles that are going to be hundreds of years old. They're going to be thousands of years old on some level. They're going to be so many new cycles, because we're literally dropping so much of the past karma. We're dropping so much of the past family burdens and all those kind of things. I don't want to go into that list of all that stuff, but I think you know what I'm talking about. All that stuff we've been trying to drop. This is your chance to now get to another level of dropping it, especially because we've just had certain configurations come up. Some of those are going to be really, really strong and potent for 6 months. Some of them are going to be strong and potent for the next year. But the thing is, it's not just about what the potency is about, what we can drop. It's about the potency of what therefore allows us to bring in higher quality energy, higher quality emotion, higher quality connection with self, higher quality expectation to life, higher ability to be able to seek and receive and ask for what we need and want. What does your higher self need or want? I don't think that is it. So to do that, we have to really, really sense what am I allowing myself to let go of? What is holding on to me? What am I holding on to? I have faith and trust. I'm going to let go. Whatever happens, however it plays out, I'll see how it plays out. Be ready to be surprised. Be ready to be hurt by this. Be ready to be misunderstood. Be ready to be having to be courageous and strong. Be ready to be positively rewarded. Be ready to be receptive to receiving the love as a token of your bravery. Be ready to receive the support in the most unusual ways. And I can vouch for that. If you haven't already, I put a little comment in the community space to explain why I've been a bit out of the picture for a while. I've just been dealing with some stuff, and I've got to say, some people just really surprise you when you think that humanity's going a bit weird. Well, not even humanity, it's just, you just never know what's coming up. But then at the same time, equally, as long as you don't hold on to the negatives, amazing things come out of it too. Healing, prosperity, opportunities, learning, self-development, a greater perspective of reality, of how it really is working. And that's not just on a psychological level or spiritual level or emotional level. It's a visceral level of actually seeing that, wow, it really is what you make it. It really is. How am I going to... We can't always control what's coming at us, but we can control how we deal with it. We can control some level of, are we going to let go, or are we going to keep holding on? Are we going to be holding on to it and saying, this has to work, this has to work, this has to work? Or we're going to accept, you know what, I surrender it to the divine. That is the process that's required, so therefore I'm letting go of it. See what happens. So here, this part, again, like I said, the split, we're going to put her over there, that over there. The indecision, the which way do I go, the figuring things out, that process is going to be very, very personal to you all, as it usually is. It's about you connecting with yourself on a deeper level. It's about you connecting with your needs and your wants and your desires on a deeper level. It's about you not compromising that now on the next level. It really is going to ask for some courage and strength. So, looking at these things, I'm going to put that there. Looking at these things and not allowing those things to hurt you. It's about the spilt cup, the spilt things, the disappointments, moving on from them with a sense of forgiveness for yourself, being stuck in situations, forgiving yourself for not seeing where actually it was spilt. Because if we don't even look down at the spilt milk, we don't look down at the damage we're allowing people to do to us, or we're doing to others, it doesn't help you in the long run. So now it's looking at those things. It's about looking at them honestly. It's looking at them with a true heart. It's looking at them with the curiosity of knowing that where can I shift and change this? How can I utilize this wisdom and knowledge? What is the alternative to it? I'm holding on to this because I'm expecting that person to change. I'm holding on to this because I'm expecting to get this job that I just don't seem to be able to grasp. I don't seem to be able to feel contentment in. So how do you shift and change that? What needs to be shifted and changed? Like I said, it might not be a massive thing. It might be a tiny tweak. But that tiny tweak then leads on to other things shifting and changing. It may be a massive change. It may be just simply knowing that, okay, this is just not for me. Easy said. It's not as easy when you have to feel it, admit it, and actually action it. Then what does that mean in action terms? That may be some of the hold up for some people. That the action of now realising that this isn't for me. What happens now? This is where the conflict is. If I realise that this is not for me, what do I do now? How do I step forward from this? We're going to get one more card for over there. And it does feel interesting that it's over here because it's very, very opposite to this one of like not seeing it, not admitting it, not wanting to acknowledge it. Just keep juggling, keep contorting, keep this, keep that. And it's like it's not working. If you're on this side and you go in this direction, there are going to be things coming up of realisation that I've got to shift this, I've got to change it. You can't keep ignoring where the love is not. You've got to see that love is the genuine, sincere love. It's not about the gooey stuff always. Sometimes it's that generosity and kindness in expressions that you wouldn't expect. So over here, let's get that last card. Strength. What did I say? Look at that conflict within. Look at those things that have hurt you in the past. Look at those things that you're avoiding. Look at it with compassion. Look at it with faith and trust of having a solution coming in. How do I shift this and change it? Simply asking for the solution to come in. Simply asking for an answer. Not having to try and figure it out, because that's half of the work done for you straight away. When you go into your heart space, when you go into your truth, the answer is there already. It's just a matter of letting it in. So, with that, if you haven't already and you enjoyed that reading, subscribe please. Appreciate your support of the channel. Hit the bell so you get the next notification of readings coming up. I know we're at the end of April, but the April readings are up. You might want to check them out again because we're on the different side of a lot of shifts and changes happening. So things might sound different in the messages. So other than that, have a fabulous day. Enjoy this process. Be loving and kind to yourself. Really think about what you need and want. So for now, peace and love.